Yo champs, what's up, and welcome to this video where I tell you my honest opinion about dropshipping after I did it for the past 3 years and I generated around 4 million in revenue. And I will also explain you why I'm still not satisfied with this business model despite my revenue, and also why it's not like the best business for beginners, and I think there are like way better beginner friendly businesses. And yeah, but I'm still grateful for the transformation I did with this business. I went from broke and depressed to a life full of freedom, and I'm purely fulfilled right now. Exactly know where I'm going, what I'm doing, and where my purpose is. So it was still a nice time for me. This is a screenshot from like one of my first stores, and it went directly to a success story. And by the way, if you want that I reveal the store, what I sold, which products, which creatives I used, I can show you everything in the video. I don't care. I can make a case study of it. I can even show you the ad manager. So just the true numbers. And yeah, just let me know. Just comment into the comments, reveal, and I will do it. I will do it if 2 guys will comment it. So it's pretty easy for you to achieve. So, but let's do first a reality check. I'm still not at the top tier in dropshipping or in e-com in general, but still, yeah, at least it's my real numbers, and I don't put like fake numbers and cannot prove them. And also it has been like, I'm not an agency who made like 100 million for clients who are already doing big revenues, okay? Then it's completely different numbers. But yeah, it's not a fairy tale, it's real numbers. And my personal opinion is that the best time for dropshipping have been between 2015 and 2021. And I joined dropshipping like at the end of 2020. So like, yeah, at the end, I think it was like the last time where I can enter dropshipping and be like really successful with it. If you're a newbie, okay, I'm just talking about if you're a newbie. If you're already doing like million in sales, of course it's not practical for you. But yeah, I think there are a lot of reasons why it is more challenging for newcomers, and I will come to them now. All right, let's move on. And in dropshipping, you are on the mercy of various factors, and no matter how much revenue you generated or how much contacts you have amassed, you will always like dependent on various factors. For example, one of them is PayPal, and I mean you have a high dependency on PayPal if you sell out of the US. If you sell in US, okay, you can also sell without, but everywhere out there other than the US, you need PayPal to run a successful dropshipping business. And I personally have been freezing my funds multiple times by PayPal, and you cannot do much about it. Okay, you can try to talk with them, or you have to hire a lawyer. But most of the beginners, they don't have money for a lawyer. And I even had the fact that PayPal run away with my money, and there have been around like 10,000, 12,000 on the account, and they just run away with it, and I couldn't do anything about it. And anyway, if you're a beginner, you will get a threshold from PayPal where you have like 21-day hold. You get it 100%. Everyone gets it. It's around like 10K revenue, your first 10K revenue, and later you will get it again. And so during those 21 days, either you have enough money to pay everything for your business, like your products, your advertising, your taxes maybe. Either you pay it everything from your own pocket, so you need to have a lot, okay, because it's a lot of money if you can't work with the money from PayPal, or you just have to pause the business, and even that it's not good for the PayPal algorithm. So yeah, there is a lot of stress caused by PayPal issues, and I personally know also a lot of guys who can't use PayPal anymore, and even though they don't have done any scammy things, because it can happen every time. They can't use it anymore, so they had to buy it, or they just had to leave dropshipping. So yeah, PayPal is a big headache in this factor, and then the next one is the Facebook factor. So you literally can get a Facebook restriction every day. Of course, if you are doing scammy things, okay, if you're doing shady things, then it's totally fine. Okay, then you deserve it. It's fine, but also the algorithm can just catch you without no obvious reason, and sometimes you cannot do anything about it. Sometimes you can just say, hey, You can just talk with Facebook and they will lift the account. But I know a lot of beginners who just launched their first ad and the ad manager get just restricted and they can't do anything about it. So, and then the business is over, okay? Or you need to buy it from agency accounts. That's also an option, but even right now, the time changed. Most of the agency accounts, they don't take dropshipping guys, or they don't take for sure dropshipping beginners, or in total beginners, because they just take you if you have like 100k spent a month, or what is really not a lot in e-com space is like 3k a day. It's really not a lot. So yeah, most of the big stores, they have way more than this. Some of them spend even 100k a day for advertising. So you are not the top priority of anyone in this field, okay, as a beginner. So yeah, even if you have contacts, what I had, it's still a hustle. And I personally need also to run ads through other accounts, because my account got suspended like 3 years ago, and I just did any shady things, and I couldn't never anything do about it. So yeah, and part 4 is the unpredictability. So there's a huge element of luck involved in this business, and I don't say, and not only me is saying this, okay? Like big guys like Davey Forgotti from the Udi is also saying something like this. And I made an example with this product. It was like a winning product from like March 2020. And I was one of the first guys who were testing it. And in my opinion, I did pretty well with a good job. With my team, of course, we did a good store. We did a good creatives. We did a lot of creatives. We also test with a lot of variations of creatives, because that's what you need. And it didn't work out for us, okay? We made some sales. We made maybe 10k revenue, but we couldn't scale it profitable. So we just left it, and 2 weeks later, a good friend of mine tested it, and he scaled it in 2 months to 2 million. I swear, to 2 million. It was like a huge winner. He was even in TV with it. So after that, I asked him what he thinks, why I didn't succeed with it, and he did, and he said also it just was pure luck. So yeah, and that's why I also don't like the dropshipping business anymore, because there are a lot of factors where you like dependent on, and I like it more when I say, hey, I am the problem, okay? It didn't work out because of me, so I can do something better, and maybe it will work out the next time. But in dropshipping, it's not always like this. Sometimes you just have to say, hey, it didn't work out because of Facebook, it didn't work out because of PayPal, and it's annoying. It's better if you can say it's 100% on you. I like business like this more. And another part are the shrinking margins. The margins are getting worse, and also the purchasing power of the economic, of course, it's decreasing. And I know a lot of guys who are doing like 100k a month in revenue, or 200k in revenue a month, and they go home with like 8 to 12% profit margin, okay, real profit margin, and not like every e-com guy is telling you, hey, I make 30%, I make 50%. Most of the times it's not true, okay? But I know also guys who are still scaling on 30%, okay? There are still guys that are scaling on that high margins. It's still possible. I personally know a lot of guys that are scaling only on 8 to 12% margin, and don't get me wrong, okay, if you make 100k revenue a month, if you get there, it's not too hard, but for a beginner, I don't think they will get there fast. Okay, they still go home with 8 to 12,000 a month, what is fine, and you can afford a good life of it. But the effort you need to get there and the struggle you have, it's simply not worth it. There are way better business models. And also, what is I forgot to put it in the presentation, but what also is a big part, the longevity, okay? So I have scaled multiple stores. You saw it also in the beginning, to a couple 100,000 or even 1 million in revenue. And then the revenue just went down. And the problem with this is that most of the customers, okay, even if your product is good, and even if you have fast shipping like 6 to 8 days from China, even then most of the customers don't won't order again, so they just order one time, most of it. Okay, I have a store right now, it's a 7-figure store, and there are some guys who are ordering 2, 3 or 4 times from our store. It's fine, but the most of it, like, okay, we have like couple thousand customers, but most of them, they will not order again just because of the reason the product is coming from China. If the same product with same quality would directly come from their country, okay, and they had like shipping times for like 2 days, then it would be a complete other story, and it would be more long term, and it would be more worth it. So this means you always have to keep pushing new products instead of developing one product or one store in like more depth, so you can focus only on one thing. I mean, you can do it for a time, but then you have also to shift maybe to import, so you have to import the products, but that's also involves a high risk. And if you're a beginner, it's just not suitable for you, because if you're not sitting on a couple 100,000 euros or even millions, then it just doesn't make sense for you. And yeah, so this is my honest opinion about dropshipping after 3 years, after 3 successful years. And in my opinion, they're way better beginner-friendly business than this. And I know a lot of dropshipping gurus telling you otherwise, of course, because they want just to sell you coaching. I even don't think it's like really ethical to sell right now dropshipping courses for beginners, because it's just not a good business for beginners. Yes, I hope that helped you with your decision to start a business. And yeah, if you want more transparent and honest content like this, just join my Telegram channel. I link it down, and see you, champ, in the next videos.